Hello and welcome. My name is Michaela Silverthorne, and today I'm back to another transgender video. So I want to start off this video by thanking the people who kindly disagree with me. You know, if you want people to listen to you, you have to speak to them respectfully. And I really appreciate all the people who leave me comments saying that they don't agree with what I'm saying, but they're doing it kindly. They're doing it in a way that shows that they still care about me as a human. And if you want people to listen to you, you gotta respect them as a human. And these people have really inspired me to think about the way I present my videos. I realize that I can sometimes sound like I'm your mom telling you what to do with your life. And that's not how I want my videos to feel. That's not the way I want to portray what I am trying to express. I want people to be able to disagree with me, maybe not like what I'm saying, but still feel like I'm valuing them, right? I want people to hear me, not hear one tiny word I say and blow up in fumes. Like, I want there to be a discussion about transgender matters. I don't want everyone to be like, well, I'm right and you're wrong because you don't understand what I'm going through. I'm right and you're wrong because you're crazy. Like, just insulting the other person is not how we discuss things. It's not how we come to understand each other better. And that's what I want in these videos. I want people to understand one another better. If you identify as transgender and you watch my videos and you are convinced that you're going to go the rest of your life transitioning, taking hormone therapy, you know, that's your choice. It's not my choice. And it's not my job to take away your rights. It's not my job to be like, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to do this because it doesn't follow my philosophy. I don't make my videos to take away people's rights. I make my videos to bring awareness. And again, I don't think there should be laws against people not having to let me rephrase that. I don't want there to be laws against people being allowed to have surgeries that they want to have. I regret my surgery, to be honest. I do regret it. And I'm still saying that I don't think there should be laws against it. Unless those laws involve children. I think that children need to be protected before they are at a certain level of maturity to be making their own decisions. And I don't think that 5-year-olds should be transitioning. And I would love to hear in the comments how you feel. Whether you identify as transgender, or you hate transgender people, or you simply have a similar view to mine. I would love in the comments if you could tell me how you feel about a 5-year-old going through sex change. Now, on to my next point. My message has not changed. I know people are clicking on this video being like, oh, she's going to admit that she was wrong. She's going to admit that she messed up. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how I could do better. I could be a better human. And so can you. By the way, it's getting kind of dark in here. Turn on the light a little bit so the video's not so creepy. Okay. So I have this whole written section because I think better when I write. And I'm just going to read this. So, what is my stance on transitioning? And I want to make it very clear because a lot of times I feel like I get comments from people because they're not clearly hearing what I'm trying to say. They're making assumptions based off of the way I worded something. Maybe I didn't word it very well. And so I want to make it very clear what my stance is. We all have traumas and insecurities. We all also have the ability to love our bodies just the way they are. Nobody is born in the wrong body. You are exactly who you are meant to be, and it's important to embrace every part of yourself. Your body may polarize with your physical self, but that doesn't mean you can't learn to love both. Medical transitioning is like rubbing numbing cream, or is like numbing cream. I don't know why I added an extra word there. The cream can make your cut feel better, but it won't heal the gushing wound that is flowing blood. Loving other people starts with loving yourself. I love myself, and I want to help other people find that love. I never thought it was possible. And this is a big, big message from my personal story that I have been doing my best to share, is that I never thought it was possible for me to be happy without taking testosterone injections every week. I thought it was like an antidepressant for me, basically. And I've said this in other videos. I thought I was dependent on it. I thought I was happy. I was under that mindset for 4 years. 4 years of my life, I convinced myself I was happier that way. And as it turned out, I was damaging my body. I was ridding myself of such a beautiful gift to be able to breastfeed children. And I'm only 24. I haven't had kids yet, and I'm already thinking about, well, how am I going to navigate that? That is a challenge that I put myself with. And people leave me comments all the time being like, well, I'm happy. Well, transgender people aren't hurting anybody. And my response is that you are hurting yourself. That is the message of my videos, is that when you are taking these synthetic hormones, it's not good for your body. When you are having surgeries that take away such a precious gift of yours, you are hurting yourself. If you want to go and say that you are the opposite sex, you want to go by opposite sex pronouns, you want to have a certain name, that's different. What I'm referring to is medical transitioning. People can identify as whatever they want. I agree that at the end of the day, that's not killing anyone. That's not harming anybody. But what is harmful is when you are harming your own body. And it's not rude or offensive to see it that way, considering I did this to myself. I'm not speaking against you. I'm speaking for you. People who identify as trans and are medically transitioning. Like, I'm hurt knowing what you were doing to your body. I feel the pain you are causing your body. And that is why I make these videos. Well, part of why. I make these videos because I want to inspire people to realize that they can love their bodies. You can love your body. That is my message to transgender individuals, is that there's nothing wrong with your body. You can feel this disconnection. You can feel like your personality is very different than your body. You can feel discomfort with certain parts of your sex. That doesn't mean that you should damage your body. That doesn't mean that you should cause your body harm. And I get that with the way everything is set up now, that me saying that is offensive and upsetting to people. And you don't have to agree with me. At the end of the day, if you don't like what I'm saying, you are allowed to disagree with me. And if you want me to listen to you, you should leave comments that are respectful. And in the future, I want to make my videos more about my personal experiences rather than telling people what to do. I'm showing people my view and my story explaining why I feel the way I do. And if you feel differently, I don't hate you for it. I'm not upset at you. It's your body, it is your choice at the end of the day. I feel that way. I feel like I shouldn't be taking away other people's choice of free will. And I don't think that that's something I've said in my videos. And if I have, a lot of people don't seem to hear it. So I'm saying it again if I have. It's important that we let people do what they want to do what they feel is right. But I'm still allowed to disagree with you. I'm still allowed to feel like what you're doing is hurting you. If someone was cutting themselves, right, and they're like, well, it makes me feel better, I'm not going to sit there and be like, good for you, self-harmer. And I get what I just said could be really offensive. Yes, I understand this. I get it. But I'm just trying to portray my view of this. And I'm not trying to make people upset by it. You get upset, those are your feelings, and you should sit with them and acknowledge them. But I'm not going to pretend to be someone I'm not, just so I can make sure that everyone likes me and I don't offend anyone. This channel is about bringing my truth out there into the world. It's not about people pleasing. I'm a real person with a real experience, and I have my own real opinions that I didn't adapt from anyone else. And so, again, my message is that people should love themselves and love their bodies. I want you to love all of yourself. And it's not going to happen overnight. You know, you don't just wake up and go, you know what, I love myself now. It takes work to work through things. It takes work to work through pain. And it took, I think, my third therapist for me to realize that I feel emotions in my body. That's how dissociated I was from my own body. I didn't realize that I could feel anger in my shoulders. I didn't realize I could feel disease in my stomach. I didn't realize that my body could feel physical emotions. And I know for some people that probably sounds crazy. But I just want people to be aware that every single one of us has such a limited perspective. Even me. And what we're doing, we do not know. We do not know what we're doing. And what I'm doing right now is not coming from my head. It's coming from my heart. Because I feel the pain people are going through without being consciously aware of their own pain and suffering. If you don't hear me, that's your choice. But I'm making these videos because I want you to love yourself. I care about your well-being. That might sound foreign to some people, but yeah, humans are supposed to have compassion for other humans. Humans are supposed to want other humans to be healthy and happy and free. I want every human on the planet to be happy, healthy, and loved and respected, and also give love and respect and care. I don't want to divide people. I don't want to shame people. I want all people to be seen, all people to be respected and cared about. And on that note, I want you to like this video if you love yourself. And just spread that love. That love that you have will inspire love throughout the world. Thank you for joining this video, and stay tuned for the next one.